It's day 3, Liberty training, and you're not gonna believe what my auction horse Drakaina has achieved in 3 days. The thing is, once she learns something, she doesn't like to do it over and over again. She gets bored. So she learns it, she doesn't want to do it 300 times. She just wants to do it like, I got it, and then move on to the next. I know you guys really enjoyed her Liberty training. That was her first session. I've done a couple sessions in between then. So this is our update. I hope you enjoy it. Isn't that right, Drakaina? Isn't that right, baby girl? Today things are getting real with the Liberty training. The round pen was pretty controlled. Although it was gigantic and it was remarkable, it was kind of predictable. But now we're in a horse paddock and everything can possibly change. There's other horses, there's grass, there's sounds. We have Amadeus, my peacock. It's breeding season right now, so he's all over the place. There's a lot going on. And honestly, this is the part that separates obedience, just walk Drakaina, from a true connection with your horse. Because if Drakaina only stays with me in a small enclosed space, then maybe she's not really connected. But if Drakaina and I can stay connected out in horse paddock and do at Liberty, then I think we truly are connected. So we're gonna find out. This is our 3rd day at Liberty training. The first day was in the round pen, so we had a day in between, and now it's day 3. And I also don't want to do at Liberty in a tight circle either. She's a 3-year-old, and I don't want her doing tight circles, so I'm going to try to extend the circle at all costs. So here, for example, she went into the stall by herself. It's not that we're disconnected. She's like waiting for me to come into the stall with her because it's a lot easier for us to hang out in the stall than it is to trot in a circle. But she's not disconnected. But you see how she's just always thinking ahead? Like she's outsmarting the situation sometimes. And I have to resist the urge to go in there because I don't want her to train me. And I think she's the type of horse that will do that. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to try canter circle. It's very challenging because I don't want to add too much pressure to the extent that we break the connection and she's not enjoying it anymore. So here, she's not ready for the canter, but with Drakaina, I always have to try something new just to keep her attention. Time to switch it up again. We're going to try stationary circles. This is the first time we're doing this. This requires her to emotionally regulate herself at a distance. We're gonna have a connection, but it's not a physical connection. Like she has to mentally and physically self-carriage around me without me staring at her. And of course, Drakaina gets it immediately. I'm gonna try another stationary circle with Drakaina. Do you see the difference? My back is towards her, I'm not facing her, and she has to pick up on subtle cues. She does get sensitive to separation, so I think this would teach her to be independent-minded and to carry that circle without having my input so we can do more advanced things later. Alrighty, I think it's time to do a directional change. So we're gonna try to do a figure 8. This is pretty advanced. I'm trying to switch up the direction here. She cut that turn quite sharp and did a stationary circle almost. We almost had it. It's a figure 8. Alrighty, here comes a directional change. Psychologically, this is a big step. She has to rebalance her entire body and switch directions, which she did perfectly. She tripped, no big deal, but she did it. This is huge. Interesting. Do you see how Drakaina is just patiently waiting for me? I haven't trained her to do this, and usually when a moment like this happens accidentally, I will give her a cue and incorporate it into the training. But it's all happening so fast. What cue do you think I should give her to tell her to halt? At this point, she's reminding me of my dog Foxy and my shepherd. She's just learning, and it's so fast. Let me know if you catch the stationary circle. Here comes another directional change. It's a little bit tight. I'm gonna do another figure 8 directional change. I notice how Drakaina is learning to kind of cut me off on the directional change so she doesn't have to go out further. She's very smart, and I'm telling you, she's training me sometimes. I need to figure out how to get that shoulder out. The circle is getting extremely wide now, and the connection is getting tested, but I want to reward it because this is extremely advanced. We're doing it. She's going to the left, and now she's switching directions to the right. I'm going to call her back in, and we're going to do a directional change to the left. Whoa, this was... Sometimes when I'm with my horses and I do advanced things like this, I have like imposter syndrome. I'm like, am I really doing this? Is this happening? But it's moments like this I realize it is happening, and if you just maintain that connection, there's nothing that I can't do, and I can figure this out. And this makes me just so proud as a horse dad, and just seeing how far she's come along in so little time. I think I spoke too soon. Alrighty, she's never not came back before. I don't want to punish her from walking away. This is at liberty. She can do whatever she wants, and she doesn't have to do this. This is her choice. You can't hear me, but I'm just telling Drakaina, trot, trot, trot. I'm just acting like this is part of the exercise. We're still on track, and she's coming back. And I guess that's what you're supposed to do. I know when she does this, it means I just have to keep her interest. I'm going to try a directional change, followed through to an isolation circle. It's starting to feel like a dance at this point. Okay, here comes the directional change. She's going to the left, switch to the right, an isolation circle. She's so quick. How is this possible? How are we doing this right now? How can we just get in her head for 2 seconds? How is she doing this? I don't want to become too dependent on the whip, the training tool, so I just dropped the whip. I'm going to see if I can have her trot around me. She's thirsty. Whatever Drakaina wants, she can do it. She wants to go in the stall, that's okay. She wants to get water, that's okay. This is her time, it's our time. But whatever she wants, she can do. I want to keep her happy. I'm trying to do a directional change. You see how I missed it? That whip is really an extension of the arm. And I think I'm going to have to refine my cues to make them sharper so I don't have to use the whip. I kind of got the directional change here, look, but she's dropping her shoulder in, and I'm not sure how to push her out correctly yet. This is all new for me too. I know at Liberty they also do synchronization, like running together and then halting, and that makes me think, like, I know when I first bought Drakaina, like, we have done this before in the woods. You've seen me do it with Drakaina in the woods before. I didn't realize that we were even doing at Liberty back then. I thought we were just kind of like playing, hanging out, but I guess like at Liberty, that is part of the connection that you're building. So I guess that has contributed to this, but that was not my intention at all. It was just to kind of bond with Drakaina, and I guess by bonding, we really have made that Liberty connection so much easier now that we're kicking off our training. This is interesting. I'm trying to organize my thoughts. So if you're not training at Liberty, you generally don't stop for your horse to take water breaks. I've never heard of it before. Typically, I just haven't heard of this. Drakaina has taken her second water break within a 10 to 15 minute training. Maybe this is something that horses need during training that we're not even aware of. I'm going to see in the middle of training my other horses that are not at Liberty if they want water breaks. I just haven't done this before. So I'm trying to teach her to lay down too. So I've got it to where She puts her head down, she walks her back feet forward like this, and then we kind of get stuck. So I gotta figure out how to teach the lay down. It's not easy though, but we gotta practice. This is day 2 of teaching Drakaina how to lay down. So step 1, I've taught her when I tap under her belly at the front to drop her head. She did that. Step 2, when I tap her back legs and under her belly at the back of her belly to walk forward. You see how she's walking forward? Left, right, step back. That's not what you want. You want it to go forward. So left foot, left foot, left foot, good. Left foot, good. Yesterday, I was practicing this in the stall, like in deep bedding, and she was getting it much better. We never got the lay down. Like we walked as far forward as we could with her back legs, and then she was stepping with her front, but she was getting frustrated. So I just want to make sure that I understand how to give her the correct cues on laying down before moving forward. So I'm going to do my research. If anyone knows how to teach a horse to lay down, let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video. Drakaina and I are coming so far. If you look back from our initial training session a couple of days ago, 4 days ago, you'll see just how far we've come. It's hard to believe because we did so good in that first video too. I know a bunch of you guys encouraged us to do at Liberty, and I hope you're enjoying this. If you have any suggestions on what we can do to improve, or how we can get that lay down, or just other things that we should work on, let me know. We're having so much fun, and I just want to continue progressing with my 3-year-old Theresian auction horse, Drakaina.
Patriot. Javelin, be nice to your daughter. You be nice to your daughter. You guys look like twins now. Javelin, I think Patriot is bigger than you. Patriot looks like she's bigger than her mama. Look. Javelin. Patriot.